Pregnant by the Coldest Millionaire, Book 3, Part 2. So, they decided that they wanted, after she accepted the proposal and she found out exactly what was going on with him health-wise, she decided that she was going to support him the way he had supported her in her memory loss journey and everything. So they decided to just do a quick honeymoon at a hotel because he wasn't still recovered fully, you know what I'm saying, in a week. So Soul and Wave joined them, and during the process, Noxie had more memories of them watching movies and cuddling on the surface. Like, she just kept feeling like certain things felt familiar and felt like she had done it before, but she wasn't, it was still kind of foggy to her, you know what I'm saying? So Walker wanted to have safe sex because of the fact that he didn't want her to get pregnant because they were dealing with so much medically. But the condom came off, guys. So 2 weeks later, Walker had recovered and he could drive again. Ty woke up from his coma. So Walker and Noxie went to the hospital, and his mom informed them that this was so petty, y'all. That Ty thinks that Walker and Noxie is his mom and dad. Ty told them that he was 10 years old. So Walker hated the idea of them having to have Ty with them for the whole weekend because his parents was going out of town and they needed somebody to stay with him due to his mental state. You know what I'm saying? Walker felt like something was off about the whole situation. So while they were at the house, y'all, like, they ordered pizza. Ty ate all of the pizza, and Walker is greedy. Walker hates sharing his food. So Noxie had to order him another pizza. Then Ty replaced all the pictures in the house with pictures of himself. So all the pictures with Noxie, it was Ty and Noxie instead of Walker and Noxie, you know what I'm saying? So that was the last straw for Walker, and this was on day 2. So Ty came clean and told them the entire thing was a prank, and he made a full recovery while he was in a coma, which was just his way of just messing with Walker. And he was like, I owed you one. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So meanwhile, Wynn is headed to the next GE summit for medical personnel. So his goal is to find a new mentor. He wants to get from under his mentor before he loses it and kills the guy. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted to talk to Dr. Cho Wong to get him to take over as his mentor so he can get from under Dr. Allen, a.k.a. Rail. He felt like sooner or later Dr. Allen was going to get caught for all the stuff that he was doing. Winter told Wynn to figure out the Lindsay situation because Lindsay, at this point, is in love with Wynn, even though she hasn't really came out and told him. You know what I'm saying? He hadn't seen or talked to her since Walker and Noxie's wedding. You know what I'm saying? So he really didn't know what was going on with her, and he knew she had a husband, and she had to play her role with that. So he was impressed. You know what I'm saying? So waiting aboard the plane, Wayne ran into Marv. Marv is Dr. Allen's side piece. You know what I'm saying? So in an attempt to dodge her, he got Wick to deal with her. Like, Wick, you deal with her because I don't want to mess with her. I'm already messing with his wife. I don't want to mess with his side piece too. And she's trying to push up on me, and I ain't for it. You know what I'm saying? Plus, he ain't even that type of dude. You know, Lindsay is his first. So he ain't even trying to go there. You know what I'm saying? So, and of course, Wick, being the hoe that he was, did it with no problem. So there was this dish at the conference that everybody was raving about, and everybody wanted to try, but Wynn didn't get an opportunity to try because by the time he got there, it was sold out. So after lunch, everybody got sick. Everybody that ate the meal got sick. They all got food poisoning. So Wick hit up his biochemist to find a cure for the food poisoning. Meanwhile, Wynn stayed with Dr. Wong. So now y'all, he had been trying to get in contact with Dr. Wong for a long time, sending him message after message after message. Dr. Wong never contacted him back to let him know that he had even got anything from him. So him being there to support Dr. going to the conference was the whole point, was to get close to Dr. Wong so he could ask him to become his mentor. So in the process of him staying with Dr. Wong remembered him and told him that he looked forward to speaking with him about becoming his mentor. So it worked twofold. Then, after he gets away from Dr. Wong, he runs into Lindsay. So they decided to go to a street race because Lindsay loves street racing. And he had this guy that does them. Well, so he thought. So the guy had to step down because of some criminal charges. So this new dude was taking over, and his name was View. Boo was cocky. Boo was real childish. So to the point he entered himself into a all female race and cheated to make Lindsay lose. Like he bumped her off the track. You know what I'm saying? So that pissed Wynn off. Cause keep thinking, Wynn is the chill one, but Wynn ain't playing no games either. You gotta watch out for him. So Wynn ended up doubling the money and racing him, and he ended up beating him. So Gax is the one that actually put Wynn on to these races or whatever. And Gax told him, like, I had to step down or whatever, and Wynn is not feeling that whole situation. And he felt like, dude, should still gave him his money back, even though he doubled it and beat him the second time, you know, whatever. So back at the hotel, they having a little intimate moment, and Lindsay's asking him, like, do you love me? Because I'm thinking about leaving my husband for you, you know what I'm saying? He was like, well, you should leave your husband for you, not for me. Like, that shouldn't be the reason. And he wouldn't tell her that he loved her. And he felt like she already knew, so why do I have to keep on telling you, you know, or whatever. So the next day, he explained to her, because she storms out the room. She don't want nothing to do with him for the rest of the night, you know what I'm saying? So the next day, he decided to have lunch with her. And he explained to her how he felt and why he didn't open up. So they had lunch, and they got it in the empty conference room at the conference. Then Wicked Mauve comes in. And Mauve threatens to tell her husband, which I didn't understand that. Because, like, sis, if you already sleeping with my man, and you at this conference with this other man, why is you worried about what I'm doing with my cootie? Like, stay in your lane. Like, what is you getting out of this? Like, that means he gonna stay with me, and you ain't gonna get him. So, what is you mad for? Like, these birds be cuckoo, you know? So, Mauve threatened to tell her husband that she was in the room with Wynn. So, Lindsay gave her the business, beat her to a pulp. And in the midst of all that, it was an earthquake. The private investigator ends up hitting up Wynn and gives him the address for his wife. The man that opened the door when he got over there, because he took Lindsay with him, so when he went over there to go check out his address, man, you there in California. Crazy, because they was in Vegas when they eloped, you know what I'm saying? The girl ain't never leave the area, you know what I'm saying? So, Zoo is the one who opens the door. So, Laura is in the house with him, just chilling, right? So Wynn told you if he gives leadership back to Gax, that he would give him all his money back. Laura told him that she did what she had to do, and doesn't want to talk to him after 10 years of him searching for her. But she loved him. Stay tuned for the next part.